Hello, my love. Let's see what's going on for Virgo and the person they're thinking about right now. Let's see, what's the overall energy here? Overall messages. The Chariot. King of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. And the Hanged Man. I have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and Pisces energy. You know, you could be more self-sufficient, wanting, to be free or stand on your own 2 feet. You could be wanting to, this could be traveling for work, or this could be, just taking the reins back of your life. Being the emperor or the empress of your chariot. But you're wanting to create a healthy, loving relationship with yourself, or you are in the process of doing this, right? And your alone time is precious. You could be building up your independence, your intuition, gaining more self-trust, right? And just learning to enjoy yourself and your time more. Right? Time is precious. Time is something we can never get back, right? So you're not standing still. You're not being in a stagnant energy. You're taking action here. You could be communicating something, or someone could be wanting to come in and have a conversation here. This could be about finances, but this could be just about forward movement, forward progress. What is your energy right now? 6 of Pentacles. 9 of Cups. And the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, you want equal give and take. You want reciprocity. Right? You only want to surround yourself with people who have a growth mindset. Right? People who challenge you, people who celebrate you and inspire you, right? People who are ambitious, people who are going for their goals. The Sun and the Two of Wands, yeah. You can be making a tough decision to go a new route or carve a new path for yourself, for your happiness, your joy, your peace, your abundance. You want all of your hopes, dreams, and wishes to come true, and you're putting in the necessary work to get there. What is their energy right now? 3 of Pentacles. The Moon, and the Two of Swords. So this person is wanting to make a decision here. This person is sick of feeling lack and living in fear. They want to collaborate with new people. They want to build a team of like-minded people, or only surround themselves with people who are on the same page as them. How do you see them? Temperance. 5 of Swords. And 9 of Wands. So this person could be wounded. They might need to heal some trauma, or this could be manipulation tactics, needing to be more tempered. This person could have a temper, or fly off the handle, needing more patience. How do they see you? 5 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and the 10 of Cups. Yeah, they see you as they're happily ever after. Their wishes come true. Happy, happy home, happy life. But they're stuck in lack. This could be just a mindset, or they're having money problems. But they want fast forward movement. There could be some communication coming in here, but they're trying to move past what's holding them back here. This poverty mindset, or, just feeling like they don't have enough money to give, or, financial stability, right? But they want fast forward movement. How do you feel about them? King of Pentacles, Strength, and Three of Wands. So I have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, and Leo. So you could feel that this person needs to be more confident or courageous. They could be just getting their finances right, or trying to be more stable and abundant, thinking and planning for their future, or, they could just be waiting for their ships to come in. This person could be setting healthy boundaries and, just not wanting to be a people pleaser anymore, or not wanting to give in a certain direction. They just want to be able to be authentic to themselves. They want to be more mature. They want to be more abundant and confident and authentic, but, they could replay things in their mind over and over. They could be rehearsing what they want to say. But I'm getting there's some communication that's coming in here. And, their throat chakra could be opening. Right? They want to speak their truth. They want to express their feelings. But they want to be heard as well. They could feel like nobody understands them, or nobody hears them. How do they feel about you? Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Wands, and the Lovers. I have Gemini energy. This person could feel that you are destiny, that, this is destiny. They could feel that, they brought a lot of burdens to you and a lot of stress. They could have put a lot on your plate, or made you do a lot of things, or just brought you drama. This could be drama, or, they were going through some karma. But this person sees you as their person. This person sees you as a divine love. This person could be realizing that you were compatible with them. You made them feel emotionally safe. They haven't been able to find a safe space like yours again. Or, they're worried that they'll never have that feeling again, or that, love that they felt, or just feeling harmonious and joyful and lucky. I mean, they felt lucky in your presence, and they're worried and thinking very heavily. They think they were a burden. What are you doing right now? Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the Hierophant. Yeah, you're working on your legacy. You're working on making a good name for yourself, your reputation, your finances, your long-term stability here. And you only want your person. You only want your divine counterpart. I have a match here. I have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini again, but this is just energy. But if you're going to commit to somebody, it's going to be your person. Right? It's going to be your divine counterpart, someone who can meet you on the same level. Right? You're thinking long term. So you can have financial freedom or gain freedom in general. Right? And you could be creating something here, and you could be seeing results. Because you've been doing the work, you've been putting in the time and effort into something. And you know that bad company corrupts good character. So you're being very careful on who you're letting into your bubble. Right? Your atmosphere shapes your identity. Right? If people or places consistently dim your light or your confidence or numbs your spirit or keeps you held down or moving backwards, you will be nudged away from this. Right? You will feel it. And it's not for isolation, but it's to protect the person you're meant to become. What are they doing right now? Ace of Swords. Whoa. The Hermit. Oh. Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Yeah. This person is thinking very heavily, and they want to come in with this communication. This is, this could be new love coming in, but this could be, just a person from the past trying to, show you that they can be different, or they're wise now, or they've learned a lot. They've done some soul searching. But there's some communication coming in here, and this is about love. This is about romance. This is a romantic gesture. This could be, like I said, this could be a new person, and this person could be very wise, or they could be older. What are your messages? Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and Death. I have Virgo energy again, and I have Scorpio. Yeah, you're just focused on the bag. You're focused on your finances, on your long-term goals, your stability. You could be starting something new here around work, or a new career path. But you've transformed. You've transformed your life. You're a completely different person. You could have went through a dark night of the soul, or an ego death, or several. But your energy is completely shifted. What are their messages? What are their messages? Two of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and Seven of Wands. Yeah, this person wants to put down their walls. They want to come out of the corner they've painted themselves in. They could be juggling, or just, coming up with different options or possibilities or ways to come in. But in the meantime, they just sit and watch, right? They could be watching you, stalking you, keeping tabs on you, just, looking at pictures here. They thought moving on was going to be easy. And they underestimated you and your energy. They underestimated this bond. And this person is not happy with their circumstances here. You know, I'm just getting that they painted themselves in a corner. You know, this person could promise the world and, you know, not come through, or just, you know, have empty promises. Let's see. What is the outcome here? Four of Wands. Wow, Four of Pentacles. And Justice. Libra energy. So, you know, this could be a twin flame connection. I have 11-11, but this is just moving towards your four corners of stability, right? Moving towards happy home, happy life, right? Not holding back anymore. Putting your energy and time into what really matters, right? What makes you feel good? What balances your life out? What makes things, you know, more balanced for you or easier for you, right? Putting in the work. And, you know, this could be just, you know, mapping things out or planning things or, you know, scheduling things better to make your life easier and to get you to where you want to be in this. I just saw 1616 on the timer. If these messages are resonating with you, type 1616 to affirm. And I hope you're liking and subscribing so you can become a part of our amazing community here and you won't miss any future updates. But just putting things in place, right, to make it easier for you later on in life or in the long run. What is the advice, please? The Magician, Page of Cups. Three of Cups. Yeah, just staying open-hearted, right? So you can manifest anything you want, being open-minded, open-hearted, right? Letting things flow, being in flow state. You know, and celebrating your wins, even the little wins, right? Being positive and, you know, keeping a positive, open mind so that way you can leave room for more abundance, more love, more romance, whatever you're looking for in your life, right? More creativity or, you know, more fun, more joy, more laughter. I'm going to get a hidden truth message for this connection. I hope that you can forgive me one day. And I'm going to get a Starseed Oracle card as well for amazing Virgo. What message does Virgo need to see right now? The void. Stop. Embrace winter. Great cosmic womb. And thank you so much for liking and subscribing, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.